This is the incredibly beautiful world that you and I are a part of, and our journey through it should be an extraordinary adventure, never something monotonous. We were created to experience and enjoy all the wonderful things that life has to offer. You are a masterpiece of God, and you were made to succeed. Unfortunately, not everyone sees the world or their own lives in this way. Some people view life as harsh and cruel, living in a constant struggle to earn enough money or maintain a healthy relationship. They seem trapped on a never-ending treadmill, always running, but never getting anywhere. They don't find time to appreciate what they have or to notice the beauty of the world around them. Have you ever wondered what sets winners apart from most people? I have. I spent over 25 years researching this, and I discovered that winners recognize something special within themselves, what we call the higher self. This higher self holds an image of perfection that is constantly trying to manifest in a grand way. When a winner wants to turn their dreams into reality, they access this higher self. In doing so, they not only plan and make significant changes for themselves but also positively impact the world around them. Think of Thomas Edison. He revolutionized the entire world. Alexander Graham Bell connected people, allowing us to press a few buttons today and speak to someone on the other side of the world. The Wright brothers brought us even closer together, introducing us to a new horizon and forever changing our view of the world. Today, there is no place that seems unreachable. We can travel thousands of miles in just a few hours. For example, I could be conducting a seminar in Halifax, Nova Scotia, one day and, the next day, be in Australia working with David Walsh. And if I wanted, I could take a flight to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and collaborate with Jeet Singh Peter the following day. None of this would be possible without the innovations of Bell, Edison, the Wright brothers, and many other brilliant minds. The truth is, you and I also have the potential to be like them. You might think, no, we're not. But in reality, we are. The same creative and transformative power that existed in them also exists within us. The difference lies in our perception of ourselves, how we see ourselves, our awareness of our higher potential, and perhaps the results we are achieving. Anyone who has studied human potential quickly realizes that it is limitless. You have been blessed with the same mental capacities as great inventors like Bell or the Wright brothers. The same power that flowed through them also flows through you. Now, knowing this, you can create a magnificent dream in your mind, and by following the guidance of this program, you will learn how to turn it into reality. Listen to the program as instructed and complete the exercises. This will help you develop what we call the winner's image. Science and psychology have identified that the primary cause of success or failure in life is the internal self-image of each person. This self-image controls our lives as certainly as the brain controls the heartbeat. To achieve success and fulfillment, you must recreate this self-image. Creating the image of a winner is transforming your own life. If you want to understand the kind of self-image you have, simply observe various aspects of your life, the results you're achieving, your relationships, your income, the position you hold at work, the type of business you run, and even your appearance. All of this reflects your internal self-image. When we change this image, everything around us starts to transform. A common mistake many people make is trying to change external elements, such as income, position, or business, without first changing what's inside of them. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "What's the use of making heroic vows, if it's the same old offender who's going to keep them?" Trying to change external results without altering the interior is as useless as trying to change the reflection in a mirror without changing what's being reflected. Yet, that's exactly what many people do. They try to change the exterior without transforming the interior. In 1903, James Allen wrote a small but brilliant book. In it, he stated something deeply true: the mind is the absolute power that shapes and creates. Man is his mind and, by using the tool of thought, he can shape what he desires, bringing him 1,000 joys or 1,000 miseries. He suggests that what we think secretly eventually manifests in our reality. The world around us is simply a reflection of what's inside of us. In this program, we will teach you how to change that internal image and create a self-image of a winner. To do this, we need to understand some fundamental things. First, we are dealing with our minds, and our mind works through images. The challenge is that no one has ever seen the mind. This can cause confusion when we start reflecting on it. Therefore, we need to build a representation of the mind to make it easier to understand. It's like the story of a child in school, who was drawing and was asked by the teacher, "What are you drawing?" "I'm drawing an image of God," replied the child. "But no one has ever seen God," said the teacher. "When I finish, everyone will see," said the child. Just like this child, we will create an image to represent the mind. Imagine a large circle representing your mind, a small circle representing your body, and a line below symbolizing your behavior and results. Now, we divide the large circle in half, separating the conscious mind from the subconscious mind. The conscious mind is the one that thinks and absorbs information, but it's not the one that controls your behavior. The one that really controls your actions is the subconscious mind, where your self-image is stored. This self-image, created over time, directly influences every action you take and the results you achieve. Think of the subconscious mind as an autopilot ***. Imagine an aeroplane leaving London with a programmed route. Once the plane leaves the initial area, the pilot activates the autopilot and it keeps the plane on its predefined course. Similarly, your subconscious self-image determines the course of your life. To change your destiny, we need to adjust this programming. The plane is programmed to go to Hawaii ***. If it encounters unexpected turbulence and is diverted from its route, the autopilot detects the deviation and adjusts the route using a coordinate system. It modifies the engine power and the position of the flaps, guiding the plane back onto the correct path. Eventually, the plane reaches its destination Hawaii ***. In the same way, when we reprogram our self-image, we begin to correct the course of our lives, enabling us to achieve success and reach the goals we desire. In the same way, our self-image in the subconscious operates like an autopilot. For example, imagine a salesperson whose self-image is programmed to generate approximately £1 million a year. Even if they have an extraordinary week, earning about £300,000, their self-image will recognize that they are off course and activate an internal mechanism, the nervous system, to adjust their behavior to realign them with their original goal. By the end of the year, they will have achieved exactly £1 million, even though they may have had exceptional weeks along the way. The same happens with a student whose self-image defines an average of 5 in school. If their parents or teachers increase the pressure, they might get an 8 in a particular test. However, that grade is misaligned with their self-image. The internal mechanism detects the deviation and adjusts their behavioral patterns until they return to their average of 5. If we want this student to consistently achieve 8, or for the salesperson to increase their sales, it will be necessary to change their self-images. The first step to changing this self-image is to dream. Free your imagination and fantasize about new possibilities. An inspiring example of this is the German engineer Carl Benz. He started with a fantasy that he transformed into reality, and in January 1886, he registered the patent for the Benz motorized carriage, inaugurating the era of the automobile. Before turning his fantasy into theory and later into fact, Benz asked himself fundamental questions, the same ones every dreamer must ask to turn their vision into reality. He had to ask himself directly, am I capable of doing this? He seemed to have an intuitive connection with his higher self, that ideal image of inner perfection, and saw himself as someone truly capable of transforming his fantasy into reality. He must have been very brave, as at that time, there were no carriages without horses. But then another question arose, am I willing? He had to reflect, am I willing to face the ridicule I will be exposed to? Am I willing to accept failure? And he answered himself, yes, I am willing. Determined to pay the price to realize his dream, he faced mockery. His own partner thought he was crazy, forcing him to seek a more aligned colleague. To avoid critical looks, he worked at night, hiding his project while facing failure after failure. He pushed his invention back to the starting point, but never doubted his ability to reach his goal. When Benz's magnificent machine completed its first journey, every beat of the engine resonated in the heart of the driver. Every turn of the wheels brought him closer to the dream that was once just a fantasy. If you want to turn your fantasies into reality, you will need to walk the same path as Ben's. The process requires courage, determination, and resilience in the face of opposition. Ask yourself, am I capable of turning my fantasy into reality? Can I truly realize my dreams? If the answer is yes, recognize the potential power within you. But the next step is crucial. Am I willing? You will not know in advance the challenges you will face. Ridicule is certain. You may need to reinvent yourself, change your environment, or face unexpected sacrifices. However, if you truly want to turn your fantasy into reality, you must be willing to do whatever is necessary. The moment you say, yes, I am willing, you create your theory. That is the starting point. If, during this process of creation, you encounter a stone in your path, don't worry, I'm here to help you overcome it. Before you can turn your fantasy into reality, you must first turn it into a theory. And to do this, there are some tests you will need to go through. The first step is to ask yourself, am I capable of doing this? Am I truly able to turn my fantasy into reality? Often, when we don't know how to do something, we tend to believe that we can't do it. But this is an illusion. The truth is that you can. You and I are capable of accomplishing anything because we are God's greatest creation. As spiritual beings, we have unlimited potential. Everything is possible. The real question is not whether we are capable, but how we can achieve what we desire. Think about this. Sometimes, the most obvious path is not the only one or even the best one. It might seem that the only way to climb a ladder is by taking one step at a time, but things aren't always as they seem. Perhaps you could simply go under or around it. In the same way, the obstacles we encounter along the way are often illusions that create doubt in our minds. If you understand that every obstacle is just an illusion, like that ladder, you will realize that you don't need to limit yourself. Some obstacles you can already bypass, others, you can overcome or find creative ways to deal with them. The important thing is to remember that you have the capacity for everything. So, remove from your mind the idea that perhaps you cannot do it. You are fully capable of achieving anything you desire, of turning your fantasies into reality, just like Edison or Carl Benz did. Now, the question you must ask yourself is, am I willing? Am I willing to do whatever it takes to achieve my dream? If the answer is yes, at that moment you begin to put your theory into practice and step onto the right path. From here on out, everything becomes a matter of action and determination. Now, let's recap what we've done so far. First, we created our fantasy. Then, we admitted our ability to make it real. Next, we moved to the stage of I am willing. Now, we have a theory, a dream, the image of the winner formed in our conscious mind. The next step is to plant that image firmly in our subconscious mind, allowing it to take root. This will transform our behavior and, consequently, our results. Our goal is to place this image of the winner in the treasure of the subconscious. To achieve this, remember the first law of learning, repetition. Use this program every day, repeatedly, for 90 days. It may not make much sense at first, but I suggest you set aside about 30 minutes every day, preferably in the first hour of the morning or before bed, to watch this video. Make it a daily habit for these 90 days. You will notice that the key points will begin to be imprinted automatically in your mind, and this will bring significant changes to your life. Additionally, I recommend downloading the audio version of the program. Remove other recordings from your car and listen only to this audio whenever you are driving. You will see that, over time, you will be able to follow the content and perhaps even predict the next word. These ideas will become a part of your way of thinking and your lifestyle. In the meantime, practice visualization. Imagine yourself living the things you wish to achieve, the house you want to live in, the business you want to build, the role you dream of, or the income you desire to earn. You can also include the holidays you would like to take. The key is to visualize all of this clearly and in detail. It's not enough just to watch the video or listen to the audio regularly. Dedicate at least 10 to 20 minutes, 3 times a day, to completely clear your mind, block out distractions, deeply relax, and visualize yourself living the life you dream of. Imagine yourself as the winner you wish to be. Let these powerful images penetrate deeply into every cell of your being and become a part of you. Put emotion into it. Think of legendary film stars such as George C. Scott, Katharine Hepburn, or Peter O'Toole, all winners of an Oscar. They were not just acting, they were living the roles they played. Similarly, when you visualize the life you want, allow yourself to feel as though you are already living that reality. Imprint these ideas deeply in your mind and then write a detailed description of this vision. Once your vision is on paper, stop and analyze it carefully. Compare what you wrote with the life you are living now. This will help you identify the changes that need to be made. Don't try to change everything at once. Start with something simple, like your personal appearance. The way you dress, walk, and present yourself sends a powerful message not only to the world but also to your subconscious. Think of Cary Grant. This was not his real name. He chose it and shaped himself around that new identity. Cary Grant once said, "I played Cary Grant for so long that I became Cary Grant." That's exactly what I suggest. Start presenting yourself consistently with this new image of the winner you are creating. Now, look inside yourself carefully. How do you see yourself? When you think of yourself, do you see the best version of you, or are you still stuck in a limited image from the past? Both are present inside you, it's just a matter of focus. During this transition, you will live with two versions of yourself, the old you and the new you, the winner. Whenever you feel limited, remember your new image and change your focus until you see that stronger, more confident version. Now, do this, visualize this new image. If you focus only on the shadows, you will see something negative. But when you change the focus, the brighter and more beautiful shapes will begin to appear. This is the essence of the process, choosing where to place your attention, transforming what you see, and consequently, what you live. As you observe, you may notice the conflict between the faces that seem to confront each other. However, if you focus on the bright area, you will see a jug or vase. You can even imagine it overflowing with peace and harmony. How do you perceive your world? Does it seem harsh and challenging, requiring constant effort, or do you see it through the eyes of a winner, where there is abundance and opportunities for everyone? A winner is never in conflict with the world around them. They embrace every situation and turn it into opportunities in their favor. It all starts with a change of focus. Now, let's review the entire process. We created a vision. We recognize that we are capable and willing to achieve it. We developed a theory. We commit to using the program, whether through videos or audios. We have completed all the exercises from the book. We worked actively to implement the changes we wanted to make. We started regularly visualizing our goals, 3 times a day, emotionally connecting with these visions. Every time we repeat this process, we are embedding the image of a winner into our subconscious. Over time, the old image of ourselves weakens, while the new one becomes stronger and more consistent. This transformation leads to a new self-image that begins to be clearly reflected in the world around us. This is the moment when you look at yourself and realize you are living your fantasy, creating a better world for yourself and others. By doing so, you will see that what you observe is the reflection of your own image of a winner. This video provided a clear overview of how to develop that winning image. My recommendation is that you follow the instructions from your exercise book and use the audio recordings daily. Take action as suggested. By doing this, you will transform your world into something extraordinarily beautiful. Remember Emerson's words. What is in front of you and what is behind you are insignificant compared to what is within you. Continue developing that image of perfection and winning. This is Bob Proctor. Thank you for watching. Your like and comment are very important in helping the channel reach more people on YouTube. We would also be very happy if you subscribe to the channel. Here on the channel, we always strive to bring the best from the most successful minds in the world when it comes to personal development, financial success, and spirituality. See you in the next video.